Flatirons Tuning with us. He is part of the Flatirons crew now, and also more importantly, part of the Flatirons Syndicate.
That's right.
And we've got his car in today. And yeah, we brought it in here to kind of go over all the stuff that he's done to it, kind of give us details, and then all the stuff we're planning or wanting to do.
Goals. Scope creep.
Goals. Yeah, tell us a little something.
So this is the Unome Racing number 96 Super Impreza WRX. There's not really much to it. It's blue. It's
blue, majority.
Most of it. It was built as a dedicated track car. We raced in Gridlife in 2019 all over, focusing now on doing Gridlife as well as some NASA events in the TT2 and TT3 classes.
Trying to take it to the next level. Yeah, just kind of show us around, man.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, you already pointed out the mismatched front fender and the rear door here. That was a really great experience at Mid-Ohio at Gridlife. Had a brake failure coming off the back straight out of the carousel and 141 miles an hour. Brake pedal went to the floor. All four corners were smoking and straight off gravel trap wall. Yeah, just new door, new panel, everything's fine. Obviously new brakes also, so that's a big upgrade. Running the Apr Racing Endurance Kit by Essex, Ferodo DS 3.12 pads. They lasted the whole season in Gridlife after that. And then running the STI Brembos in the rear. Gold. They keep a good brake bias with the AP kit up front. Apr Wing, another thing. Mid-Ohio was a really big learning experience for us with this car. Apart from the brakes, the car was super squirrely at high speed. So got an Apr Wing from Ryan Dussex off of his Time Attack Bug Eye. And then it's actually just a handle that looks like we'll pop the trunk open. And we threw a surge tank in the back, a radium surge tank, just to really make sure that we're not getting fuel starved. Coming out of the carousel at Mid-Ohio, onto that long straight, we were actually getting fuel starved just from the long cornering force.
What do we got here for exhaust? What is this thing?
There's the Crawford Gymkhana exhaust from Ken Block's Gymkhana 1 video, basically.
Those things are loud.
Yes, it is. Obviously the Mean Girls references.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
There's another one on the door.
So, is that your favorite movie?
You can't sit with us!
It's up there. I watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, he doesn't.
One of my favorite things about the car, the floor mats are really fun.
What floor mats are these?
These are Hot Wheels mats from Target.
OMP seats, OMP, and half cage?
Just a rear half cage for now.
I mean, what's under the hood, I guess? What's under the hood?
It's got a motor. Never done this before.
It's all brand new to me.
So straight away, the most obvious thing, the Cosworth intake manifold.
Yep.
Another one of my favorite things about this car. I actually got it because it matches the Cosworth short block that's underneath it. That was the main thing.
Cosworth what?
Short block. The first motor that was in this car locked out at the track the first time we went out, and I was like, all right, we're just gonna go as big as we can. So I went straight for the Cosworth short block, custom built 2-liter heads, big cams, big valves. So it's a hybrid build, and then the Cosworth intake manifold. So in 2019, when we were racing Gridlife, we were putting out about 320 horsepower.
What class are you in Gridlife?
In Gridlife, I'm in street mod.
Street mod.
So that's a
tough class.
That's a tough class. I mean, we're just over half of the horsepower of some of those guys.
Street mod is ridiculous.
Street mod is a crazy place to be.
The challenge, right?
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to be in that class. It's a really competitive group, and it's really cool to put yourself against people where hey, they're making twice as much power than me, but relative to that, I'm still close or competitive, or maybe I'm not, and where can I improve the car besides just the power?
So Cosworth block, intake manifold, parent front mount, inlets. What about your turbo? What turbo you got there?
So we just swapped in the new Roger Clark RCM 400 turbo.
It's gonna be another video on that, kind of go more in depth into it.
Yeah.
So Roger Clark fuel rails, parallel fuel rails.
Yep, Roger Clark fuel rails, Roger Clark parallel lines, the Roger Clark regulator, Roger Clark oil pan, the baffle oil pan, their casted pickup.
Cosworth, RCM parts, that takes care of your engine and turbo, your power plant. What do you have for suspension and the grippy?
The grippy. So we run Feel 441 road race coilovers. These are custom built by Feel. You send them in all your information about the car, and they valve inspect the springs for your build. So I have to tell them I'm running in a street-based class with 200 treadwear tires. You tell them how heavy the car is, how much downforce you're producing. They take care of you. They put it all together specific for your build. We just redid the whole front end of the car underneath, all the new bushings. We got new Super Pro front control arms. We did a new front subframe. We were worried about the combination of the rust on the car being how old it is. I mean, this thing cut to clips of the rust. Along with that impact at Mid-Ohio, just for safety purposes, everything on the front end of the car was redone.
Nice. What are you doing for like tires? I know you said 200 treadwear because that's what Gridlife wants you to use.
So street mod class, you have to run a 200 treadwear tire that's no wider than 255. I'm running stock WRX wheels, so they're actually only 8 inches wide, so I run 245, but I'm running RE71Rs right now. Hoosier / Continental's coming out with another tire. I really want to try that one. The way NASA works, because I want to compete in NASA this year, they actually allow up to a 100 treadwear tire without taking any penalty. So there's the Nankang 200 treadwear and the Nankang 100 treadwear tires that I want to get out and test on and see how those feel, and maybe start swapping tires for different classes and everything like that.
And events. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
It's coming along. I know we did a lot of work recently.
Yeah. It's
the turbo, trying to flip the intake manifold, the fuel system, and then also transmission. We actually put in a 6-speed transmission not too long ago.
Yeah, the car, as it sits now, is in pretty good shape. It's gone through a really huge transformation since the last time I raced it in 2019. We took 2020 off kind of for the pandemic, and then, okay, let's make a couple changes, and then here we are with a lot more than a couple changes, so we'll detail all of that in a little bit.